friends, my name is Laura. I'm a knitter. Welcome back to another episode of Nebraska Knits. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about crafty things that I've been up to, knitting, crocheting, quilting. Today is Friday, May 2nd, and this is episode 17. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you very much for being here. If you are a new viewer, hi, welcome. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time today. You can find me on Ravelry as Nebraska Knits and on Instagram as Laura R. Everything that I talk about will be linked in the description below this video. You just click on the More section and it opens up and there's links and all kinds of information about what I talk about. What I'm wearing. This is a new tie-dye. This one we call the pastel swirl because the colors that I used were a sky blue, hot pink, and then just the normal yellow, so that they're kind of a pastel, lighter colors than what the normal swirl is. Today I have one finished object, and the last episode I had showed the finished quilt, the sunflower quilt that I had made for my sister, that has been gifted to her. We did a reveal video and she posted it on Facebook and it's been posted on TikTok. Got several views and likes on it. If I can get it to load, I will put it here for you all to look at.
You're a sunflower. I think your love would be too much. Or you.
I have one finished sock knitting project, and let me grab my notes here. They are the Shortie Socks that I was working on. I got both of them done. Not quite matching, but that's alright. It's fine. These are Shortie Socks. The pattern that I used was the vanilla sock pattern from Kaylit and the Crazy Sock Lady. The yarn was Premier Deborah Norville Collection Serenity Sock. The tag says 2014. I picked it up in a thrift store when we were out in Denver. I weighed it and there was a little over 50 grams in it. I think there was some that had been used out of it, but it was fine, and it worked up these socks just real nice. This is where I was, the stitch marker from the last time I showed you. The needles I used were the Chiaogu US1 24-inch magic loop. I did do cast on 72 stitches for these, 10 rounds for the cuff, 5 rounds for the leg. I really like these. They turned out really nice. I started them March 4th, finished them April 20th. This is how much of the 50 grams that I have left. Not a whole lot. I don't even think there's 5 grams there to put into the memories bag that I have for another project. Okay, let's talk about whips. These things I haven't worked on for quite a while. Been too busy with life stuff. The St. Patrick's Day socks are past the heel. Looks like this one I'm working on picking up the gusset stitches still. Here's where I was last time. The pattern that I'm using for these is Hermione's Everyday Sock pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. The yarn that I'm using is Lucky Charm Sock. I got it from Stitchin with Yarn. I'm doing them in tandem. This is the second one. The bag that they're living in is this green bag by It's a Busy Life. I cast on 72 stitches for these. I did the cuff in a knit one, purl one for 20 rows. And then the pattern is just a 4-row repeat. It's really easy. I like doing that pattern. Okay, next is the Musselburgh Hat. These in there. Musselburgh Hat, of course, is living in the Skulls bag. The Musselburgh pattern is by Ysolda Teague. It is a purchased pattern. The yarn that I'm using for this is a Maibarigo sock weight light fingering Polar Morn, it's called. And here's the stitch marker where I was last time. Haven't gotten a whole lot, I've done some. This is where I am with that. Making this for a grandson. This is the adult small size, I believe. I'm going to do part of it in this silver color and then the other part will be black. I'm using US size 3 deep magic loop, size 16 magic loop for those. The Someone to Write Gnome About that I was working on before by Sarah Schira, purchased pattern, the Gnomes. I haven't got too far with it. I have finished the hat. Here's where I was last episode. This is the finished hat. Not perfect, but good enough for me. I need to block it. And then I think the next part of the pattern is working on the body of the gnome. The yarn is Mustache yarn. It came in a kit. This for the hat is kohlrabi. It's sock weight. And then the body is this green. The beard and other parts, nose. There's this natural. Excited to get back to working on that, get it finished someday. And the bag that it's living in is a Coffee Gnomes bag by Awesome Grannie. And I had a pair of Shortie Socks that I had done and completed. I don't have all of the information on it. I'm going to see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. I keep these note cards with projects that I'm working on, with start dates and finish dates, projects, pattern, yarn, needles I'm using, any other kind of notes. I make notes on the back. These were one of the goals I was working on when I started this sock knitting journey, was to do toe-up socks. And these were a toe-up Shortie sock. The pattern is just a vanilla pattern. The yarn that I used is the February Yarnable Love is Love. It's really pretty. It's got purples, white, variegated. Okay, so when I had made them, I had both of them done, tried them on. I did a modified shadow wrap heel on them, and I have a higher instep, and they didn't fit good, and I didn't like them, and my mom tried them on and she didn't like them, So nobody was going to wear them, and so I decided I am going to rip them back and I'm going to start over. And that's what I did. And I watched a couple of videos on how to do increases for the instep. So I have this one done. I did it toe up. I did some increases here for the instep, and I still did a modified shadow wrap heel, and then did the decreases for the instep and up to the cuff, which is I think 8 rounds of knit 2, purl 2. They fit. Oh, I've tried them on several times now before I finished to cut the string, and they fit good. I am very pleased with them. I have one sock done. This is where I am on the second sock. So now I have a pattern and an idea of how to do toe up socks that will actually fit me. Alright, let's do acquisitions. I have several things to show you and talk about with acquisitions. I have a monthly sock yarn subscription with Mountaintop Yarn. This is the April 2025 Snowdrift Select Sock. It's called, there's not a name. It's kind of got some yellows and grays. It's very pretty. I have also got on to Whatnot and have started purchasing some yarn from the ladies there. That's not a good, that's kind of addictive thing to be on. Anyway, here's some of what I've gotten. These are Hobie. I got 3 of these. Hobie Dream Color, 100% wool. It doesn't have a name of what these are. It just says Dream Color. Excited to make some stuff with those. The person that sent me those, she also sent me a whole bunch of other things. There's a feather stitch marker in there, a little egg rock thing, a Hello Kitty like keychain tag thing, and she included this pot holder that I think she made. It's really pretty. Sorry for the crinkling. There'll be a lot of crinkling here. And I also got some Peyton's Croy sock stripes. That one. This one's got red and black. Excited to work those up. I got this orange. I thought it might make a really cool Musselburgh hat. It's from Lolo Did It. I think she also has a YouTube channel. Lolo Did It. It's a really cool orange with this mini. I believe these are DK. These are not sock fingering weight. It says 85% extra fine. It says fingering weight, but I think it's a little heavier than the normal sock weight. Oh, we'll see how it works up. I also got this Maibarigo Pisces. It's really pretty. And it is definitely DK. Worsted. It's a lot heavier than sock. Not sure what I would do with that. I got this Potions and Pearls Love Potion sock set. Blacks and pinks. And I got these Regia fading, 6 fading color rainbow. Those are going to be some super cool socks if I ever get to them. That's all I had for today. Thanks for watching.